All right, March Madness will have its epic finish tonight in April when the UConn Huskies face the Purdue Boilermakers in the men's college basketball championship game. Regardless of tonight's winner, one thing is certain: women's college basketball is having a moment. We just learned that 18.7 million people viewed last night's championship game, and I was one of them, glued to it, when the University of South Carolina beat Iowa and superstar Caitlin Clark. That makes it the most watched basketball game, college or professional, in 5 years. Yesterday, women's final was the most bet upon. I don't know if that's even a correct way to say it. A lot of people were betting on the women's final last night, especially on MGM and FanDuel, two brand new sites where people can bet right on their phones. The vice president of BetMGM said that bettors threw down double the money on that game compared to the previous record, which was set last week when Caitlin Clark led Iowa to beat UConn women's team in the Final Four. So in total, get this, Americans will wager nearly $3 billion, with a B, on March Madness this year. And they're not just betting on who will win. They're betting on nearly everything you can think of, like who scores first, or how much time a player has on the court, or how many three-pointers Caitlin Clark manages to sink. They are betting on literally everything. But there is a dark side to all this gambling. Look no further than the current scandal embroiling Major League Baseball star Shohei Ohtani, or the NBA's Jonte Porter, who's under investigation for prop betting on himself. The Athletic's Steve Buckley wrote today in his column, quote, "I worry about an entire generation of sports fans being swallowed up by gambling." Well, joining us now is veteran sports broadcaster and former tennis pro, Pat. I almost called you by your brother's name. Sorry.
I'm somewhat used to that, Elizabeth.
Sorry, I know.
Before.
Gosh,
okay.
Darn it. Patrick McEnroe.
We were talking about him beforehand, so understandable.
Yeah. No.
I'm used to it. I've been dealing with it. It's okay.
And
it's okay.
All right, so let's talk. You and I have been talking in the, off camera, out of the show about this sports gambling thing. In state after state, calls to gambling hotlines are up, sometimes like 55%. We're talking about an increase of double in some states, and it's mostly young men in their 20s and 30s, and it's all because of the sports gambling.
You mentioned the almost $3 billion, right, that will be bet on the tournament, the NCAA tournament, men and women. Women has been a huge driver because of what you were just talking about, how popular it's become and how successful it was on television. Now, go to last year when the numbers are officially in, almost $11 billion total. Spent on all sports. So actually, that's a relatively small number when you look at just what was bet now on the tournament. But last year, those numbers were up 45% from the year prior. So can you imagine how much more it's going to go up in the next couple of years? I'm sure by the end of this year, it will be 30 to 40% higher than it was last year overall. So as you noted, it's not so much it's not a problem until it's a problem, right? For many people, it's fun and games until then people have issues and they can't stop and they're losing money.
Their homes, they're filing for bankruptcy. This is serious stuff.
This is serious stuff, and this is one of the things that our country has had to deal with. You go back over the years of whether it's alcohol, whether it's cigarettes, whether it's the proliferation of guns, right? We're a free society, so we want to have these rules where we say the government should stay out of what we do, right? They should stay out of what we eat. Well, that's all good until we have a major obesity problem, which we have in this country. Why? Partly because the government doesn't get as involved as maybe some people think they should.
But when it comes to sports betting, 6 years ago, it was illegal. Today, it is nearly everywhere. It's legal in 38 states, but it really is practically everywhere. The NBA and NHL fans are getting bombarded by ads for these sports betting sites. 3 gambling ads per minute. As they watch these sporting games.
And you look at the online gambling sites, right? Obviously, there's Vegas, and then now you've got New York in the game, and New York is right there behind Nevada, by the way, and how much they bring in. So you've got states needing the revenue, bringing in all these dollars.
So they're not going to rein them in.
They're not going to rein them in, and the other states are going to say, wait a minute, I got to get up to speed. I'm California, right? Imagine how much money they could make in California. Something tells me that maybe Nevada doesn't want that to happen, right? Because so many people go to Vegas, but as you said, it's all online now. And the problem is not so much who's you're going to bet on who wins or loses a particular game, but as you mentioned, the prop bets. So this is where I think the real danger lies for athletes, because I know as a tennis player, this is one of the most bet upon sports on the planet in tennis. And prop bets you can very easily manipulate as an individual player.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.